So guys, today we got another video to add to the woke culture clown hall of fame. Every day that passes, it seems like there's more and more of these idiots out here whose sole purpose in life is to offer solutions to problems that don't even exist. Better yet, they act like they know better than everyone else around them on these topics, acting like they've transcended the physical realm itself and the cosmos are feeding these fools the secret answers to life. When in reality, they just got a hose directly connected between their butthole straight into their nostrils so that they can inhale their own farts. Whew! I can smell those Twitter likes coming, baby. Anyways, the other day I stumbled across this video that discusses the hugely popular and well-known topic that is called the good girl complex. Oh, I'm sorry, the good girl complex doesn't ring a bell? Well, that's probably because you're a bigoted, misogynistic sexist. So gather around so that we can all get educated on this topic together here, fellas. Who knows? Maybe you'll actually learn something, you bigot.
If you're someone with a vagina, we need to talk. I want to tell you guys about the good girl complex and how it affects our relationships. The good girl complex is a researched thing about how women from childhood are socialized to please others at the expense of their own needs and well-being. Females' likability is defined by who they can be to others.
Wait, so hold up. This is the argument that she's bringing to the table here? The fact that some people will potentially do something nice for someone else that doesn't immediately benefit their life? Is that, that's all part of some sort of evil, larger social construct?
What?
Man, that's just called being a good person, Helping your neighbor before yourself, being a functioning member of society. That has nothing to do with being a woman or some made-up term called good girl complex. Sure, if you look around, there's definitely people out here who are pushovers and afraid to say no every once in a while. But also, this has nothing to do with being a woman. In fact, I'd argue nowadays, people with penises are actually more prone into being people pleasers to avoid being labeled as some sort of toxic male. Seriously, we got guys out here on their hands and knees, offering to give up thousands and thousands of dollars. Man, how have we gotten to this point, fellas? Anyways, according to her, good girl complex is a well-researched topic. So naturally, there has to be tons of articles written about it on the internet. Clearly, I'm the misogynist for not being well-versed on this topic. It's funny because if you just Google good girl complex, 95% of all the results that come up are on this fictional book that was written for a targeted audience that is probably angsty 17-year-olds struggling in their young adult life. But I really wanted to dig deeper on the topic, my fellow persons with penises. I had to bring justice to this. So I made sure that I found an actual article written on the topic. So the top article that I found was posted on the highly intellectual website called Cosmopolitan. Cosmo, the teenage girl's #1 magazine filled with high-quality articles like 29 signs he's cheating on you, 12 of the best bullet vibrators for every budget, because they know us ladies out here are trying to orgasm on a budget, or my personal favorite, girl describes what it's like to have sex with her dad.
Bruh.
High quality material. Now, I did find other articles out there written on this topic, and by that, I mean a total culmination of two, and well, they're all pretty much bullshit, just like this Cosmo article. They basically take the idea or premise of someone who is a people pleaser and frame it from the position from being a woman and how it's probably because of misogyny that they can't say no to something. When in reality, the women in the articles are just being pussies who are afraid to say no and can't take responsibility of their own actions in life. So they decide to put the blame on men or society or something larger than them because apparently they have no control over their lives. It's almost disrespectful to other strong women out there who actually make decisions for themselves. Also, could you just imagine if all these simpy dudes out here start writing articles on how it's because it's women's fault they donate them thousands of dollars because they just look way too damn good and sexy because they can't help it or something? It's like the women are forcing their own actions, pulling the credit card out of the wallet. They'd obviously be clowned on. Anyways, next topic.
One example is how female politicians have to prove they're likable way more than men. Like Hillary Clinton has in her Twitter bio, wife, mother, grandmother, because she has to kind of prove her credibility by showing she occupies a giving role to others.
Politicians acting a certain way or doing something to make themselves more likable or relatable to the general public. Yeah, wow, that's something that's just never happened before. That's not a possibility in the realm of why Hillary added those things to her profile. Man, this has got to be the dumbest part of this chick's rant. Seriously, she's grasping at straws at this point. Hillary is definitely the only politician who's ever put this kind of stuff in her Twitter bio, right? Oh wait, what do we have here? President Biden's Twitter bio, 46th President of the United States. Husband to the First Lady, proud dad, and pop. Hey yo, somebody's gotta call the Secret Service because it seems that the President of the United States is suffering from that good girl complex, dog. Man, also, why isn't every SJW praising on the streets? We finally got a female president, and Biden is clearly a woman by these standards. He's also the first woman president who is suffering from GGC, that good girl complex. Oh, look at this. It appears that Barack has the GGC too. Ah, shit, man, it can't be. Even Bill's got it too? It was also at this point in the video that I was pretty certain that I did way more research than this chick did on this stupid topic. Seriously, she definitely used that Cosmo article alone as her sole source of information to help her lay her foundation on gaining internet points. Because that's really all that matters. That's why people post these stupid type of videos.
The good girl complex is a researched thing about how women from childhood are socialized to please others at the expense of their own needs and well-being. Twitter bio, wife, mother, grandmother, because she has to kind of prove her credibility by showing she occupies by giving a role to others.
Jinx, you owe me soda. Like, come on. You're literally reading a teenage girl's tabloid magazine. Fuck out of here, dog. Sadly, this is not the end of her rant, my fellow persons with penises. It goes on.
So because of the good girl complex, a lot of women go into relationships and sex basing all their worthiness on how they can give and please the other person at the expense of their own needs. So as women, we're taught we have to earn or manufacture our worth, but that is not true. So take it from me, a lot of women go into sex and relationships thinking they have to be good at sex for the other person. Trust me, let me spare you some pain. Your job is to make sure your needs are met.
Yes. Only women are expected to be good at sex. Never once has a young virgin man been nervous about doing the dirty deed for the first time. Because, all us fellas, we're just naturally born as gods in the sack. It's good to see that a woman has finally realized this factual statement. Man, what planet is this chick from? Being nervous about that stuff is just a normal thought any normal human has at some point in their life. It means you care that much about the other person. Remember that song from J. Cole called Wet Dreams a couple years ago? If you haven't, basically the song follows the story of how a dude is trying to impress a girl by acting like he knows all about sex, and he's trying to keep it all cool, calm, and collected. Because he's afraid that she's going to find out he actually doesn't know what he's doing and that she'll leave him because he's some sort of beta fucking loser cuck guy or something like that. But at the end of the song, they both realize they're both virgins because she kind of confesses up to it. And they kind of get along with it, and it ends up being like a lovey-dovey, sweet kind of story. Moral of the story here, guys, is that men and women have those type of fucking expectations that they put on themselves. From society, their friends, and even inside their own head. It's not inherently just a male or female thing. And at the end of the day, all that shit is just a bunch of bullshit and it doesn't even matter. Also, too, her stating your primary job is to make sure your needs are met. I mean, come on. We've seen chicks like this before on the channel here, fellas. We run from chicks like this. This is a selfish mentality. Like, yeah, you want to make sure you're being respected in a relationship, but you also need to give that respect as well. It's all about give and take. Otherwise, it's a one-sided relationship. And clearly, this chick is pretty self-centered and all in it for herself. Definitely the type to call you sexist because you didn't make her needs by paying for her dinner on your date together. Because, paying for dinner is the man's role in society. Oh, the irony. Anyways, fellas, that is going to be it for today. Let me know what you think about all this down in the comments down below. If you liked today's video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you can be notified every single time a video goes up. Feel free to follow me on Twitter as well. Great way to just kind of talk to me, contact me, send me funny stuff you find out there. And until next time, boys, peace.